Hey, how's it going today, everybody? I'm just going to go over here and go over a week 3 review. I know I've been meaning to come out with the reviews. I've just been real busy, bogged down. But anyways, and a preview into week 4 as well. Last week, because I started thinking, you had 5 games covered the spread week 1 and week 2. And this weekend, only 2 games, the spread was evolved. So 12 games, 3 weeks divided, so 4 games per week, and then you're going to have the bye weeks coming up soon. I expect 3 games where the spread will be involved. The team will lose but cover the number, the backdoor cover, or whatever the case may be, or push, whatever the case may be. I had Oakland getting 14, so I got shafted last night. I only had $10 on the game, full discretion. And as far as the Blazing Five, probably 25, and the one I really like, I put 50 on. Or just I think now what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably wait and see what the line's going, because I love the Colts, and I bet the Colts heavy. And if the Colts didn't win, now I'm up for the season a little bit here. And then the Colts really helped me. I really love them getting that 10.5, especially when none of the games covered at 1. I totally loved them and locked in on them. But yeah, that being said, anyways, yeah. That being said, I'm going into week 2 here now. I know I said I like the Bills, and that was a division game, the Bills. So 2.5 on a non-division team could mean have a. I know usually historically 2.5 road dog covers, but I guess with a division you go the other way. You take the home team, and that's why Detroit's going to be in my Blazing Five. Detroit's get minus 2.5. The Bears are getting 2.5, and the Bears look phenomenal. I mean, the Bears Mark Trestman really turned that team around. Like I said, I totally underestimated this guy, but the Bears, I give them a lot of respect going forward here. Now, this week's really tough, though. I'm analyzing some of the games. Very tough to pick 5 games here. Overall, the Blazing Five's doing good. I think we went 4-1 week 2. And then 3-2, 2-1, and 3-2 this week. And I told you to take Miami with the Super 6. You took Miami with the Super 6. Miami with a come from behind victory. It was sweet. 4 o'clock was sweet, and then after that I got depressed because if I didn't think these games were fixed. And hold on one second, I'll be right back. But that's why I totally like the Bears, right? But I went with Pittsburgh. Larceny games, baby. I don't know if you can read it, but it says right there: sports gambling, game fixing, and the FBI. It's a very good book. I'm going to plug it for Brian Tuhey. Brian, I don't know how to say your name. Sorry, Brian. But yeah, good book here, Larceny. I haven't even started reading it yet. I'm reading his first book, one of his first books. But this book's probably a lot better. Sounds really FBI files, very interesting stuff. And I'll go over some of that too as well. Later on down the line when I start reading in there and flipping through the pages. But yeah, so this week's very tough. I'm probably gonna put Cincinnati, and I'm pissed at myself because I said to myself, you know what, I'm just gonna bet Seattle no matter what. Start to see Seattle and Cincinnati are my 2 teams, and I picked them for my book because you're allowed to pick two of your favorite teams, and they give you a half a point this way or a point this way sometimes, depending on the sport. And I had not bet Seattle, and Seattle's just on this crazy win streak. Besides that loss to the Rams, they're like, I don't even know, 12-1 against the spread. Nuts, man, nuts. I know they lost to Atlanta, but game they shouldn't have lost, by the way. But Seattle is just unreal, and they're giving 3 to Houston. And I don't know. I know what, I'm just going to jump on the Seattle bandwagon. I should have. But I didn't. I'd be up a lot. I'd have been up a lot if I just rode their train. Parlayed the bets. But with Cincinnati, I'll probably, like I said, I'm going to keep. I'm 3-0 this year with Cincinnati, so hopefully they can bail me out against Cleveland. So you pretty much have 3 out of 5 of my Blazing Five already. But I'm gonna go through a couple of these games. Do look tough to pick, like the Giants versus Kansas City. I mean, who in their right mind is going to bet the Giants? But that's interesting, too, because that one's 4.5. So you're talking a 4.5 road dog. Does it cover? The 4.5 home dog didn't cover. I think that was Jacksonville KC. So I'm leaning towards the Giants in that game just because the way I've seen these lines play out. Maybe I'll take a pass on it and wait and see from the sideline, or maybe I'll just put like $10 on the game, small wager. Because that's what I'm thinking about this week. I really want to bet small this week. These bye weeks this is where you get hurt. From here to Thanksgiving, this is where a lot of gamblers get hurt. I know that for a fact. Because the games get just, this team's coming off the bye week, I'm going to bet them, and they don't show up and lay a turd, and definitely in the beginning too, because you're like, it's your, because if you're a fan of a certain team, I always I want to be ahead early in the season, so I'm betting, big on the home opener, anyway, so yeah, it's always good to just at least be even, or if you're slightly ahead, great, if you're one of those good gamblers, God bless you then, you know what I mean? But anyways, I just want to put that video out there. I'm trying to think of some other lines out there. You got some other, there's not that many lines. Let me just go through it real quick. I'll pull up a few lines. See what they say here on ESPN. NFL. Hello. Oh, here we go. Just look at some of the early lines here. Because I try to look at the lines as when they open. But sometimes I like looking at just at Sunday. Let me come out with this pick right now, the Thursday night game. I'm going with San Fran. I'll lay the 3 home dog. It's very scary. I don't like laying 3 to a home dog, but I'll go with that there. Here's another one, 3.5 home dog, Buffalo. I don't know, Buffalo. I don't know, man. Rex Ryan's defense can make anybody look silly there, but so yeah, I'm probably gonna lean towards. I'll take Baltimore. Probably. I'm basically just giving out all my picks. But anyways, this game, oh my God, this got off. Pittsburgh and Minnesota. Unless you're a fan of the team, I can't see why to bet that game. And here's another one. I want to bet Arizona. This is the non-division rival, Arizona Tampa Bay, 2 out of division rival teams, 2.5. And I'm liking Arizona in this spot. I want to go back to that 2.5 because the only reason I think it didn't cover was because that's what the line opened. And I know the Falcons line moved up to 2.5, maybe 3. But like I said, the line opened at 1 or 1.5. So that's why it's very important to look at what the line opens at, sometimes versus what it closes at. Because I'm just a firm believer in betting into the trends. I've just seen it. Let's see. So let's see if it comes true. If not, like I said, I sometimes I obviously I try to pick the games, skill wise as well. So the benefits, as a because you're just looking to get better value. You definitely want to be on the right side. But yeah, so Arizona there. That's a tough game. Indianapolis, especially the way Indianapolis look. But then again, Jacksonville's at home, 9.5. Now we got to remember here, Buffalo covered the 9.5 with New England in the beginning of the season. So once again, maybe Jacksonville. Obviously, Indianapolis is going to win this game. This is a 1:00 game. This is probably going to be the one game that I'm going to look to say, okay, it's going to cover. Because I'm thinking at least 3 or 4 games are going to cover this weekend. Vices the 2, which are tied. Seattle at Houston, this is a tough game, but you already know what I feel about there. Excuse me again. Here we go. And then this is Caesars went up at 3.5, and then some here, so 3.5, and then some have it at 4. I really don't like that game. This is the Jets, Tennessee. I'm looking at Tennessee. Here's a 4:00 game. I'm going to be very interested in. Because I'm going to take Philly with the points here, I think. 11, 12, and 11.5, 11, 12. Very interesting game. Because like I said, this just like with if you see that only 2 or 3 games where the spread came into play, if no games come into play, you got to figure this one the spread's going to come into play. But I will bet you Jacksonville that spread comes into play, man. Washington at Oakland. Now, see, you've seen some 3 road dogs get blown out getting the 3. This is Washington at Oakland. You saw San Fran get blown out with the +3. And then you see some close games. I'm trying to think what another +3 was. I can't remember. Which was a road dog. Oh, St. Louis. Yeah, I thought St. Louis was definitely going to hang with Dallas. And so those 3 road games that are not even division rival. I really don't like taking the 3-point road dog, but I don't like going the other way either. So, I don't know there. But so that's another crazy. So that's something just something to keep an eye out for. So see what happens there. This one's a 1 +1 San Diego at home. I mean, it's phenomenal as Dallas looked. I love Dallas. This one's another tough one. This is New England at Atlanta. Then +1. I'm leaning towards Atlanta. I'm a big Brady fan in a way. I like him as if there's one quarterback I got to say I really, really like in this league, it definitely is just him. I don't know why, but then it's at +2 with some books. Like I said, I'm leaning towards Atlanta, but I'll probably just bet New England. And then Miami and New Orleans 6, and some got it 7. 6 and 7. 6 is a tough number. I always just 6 is always a tough number. It goes either way, kind of like with those 3 road. But then again, usually when the 3 is the home team, sometimes it goes the other way. But then again, we saw with Chicago, Cincinnati, the 3 tied. San Diego, the 3 tied. And then it's either the home team blows out the away team where they tie, or so so when it's 3, I usually go the other way. But sometimes I'm not going to bet heavy into that though. Obviously I'm not going to bet super big like 10.5. I love that number, man. And then especially when things didn't cover, I loved it even more. So that's when I'm trying to find the most surest bet out there. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to get this video out to you, and we'll keep an eye on the spread numbers. I think this is so see what happens. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys next time. See you later. Matty Non-Fugazi, always crazy. Tim Pester giving you the picks week to week. We're at 60%, baby. Looking to go higher. 5-0. Hopefully 5-0 this week with a blazing 5. All right, guys, take it easy.